Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Tonight on the Channel 2 News, the 39th version of the annual fishing derby draws over 90 boats and lots of spectators. Also tonight, firefighters from around the Pacific learn how to protect aircraft and airports. And auditors follow the money trail of the ARPA funds. Where will that trail lead and what will happen? Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. She said, where you going? What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. What's the move?
Mickey D's McCrispy. Formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Saipan Fishing Derby kicked off this weekend. Over 90 boats, and the action starts early in the morning with boats and trailers and anglers and spectators. Traffic control, even before 6 a.m., is very important.
It's looking active this morning, very active. All the guys are heading out now. We'll be getting busy in a couple of minutes right now. You can see a lot of vehicles approaching, and a lot of vessels are already launched.
Smiling Cove had a few extra boats in it. A number of boats came in from Tinian and from Guam, all trying to catch marlin, wahoo, yellowfin, mahi-mahi, and tuna.
There's a lot of tunas, but unfortunately we weren't getting any hits, man. But hopefully this time around we get the right lures and
All right, good luck.
pray for a bite. Thank you.
The boats aren't allowed at the marina until 6 a.m., so everybody is waiting and doing some last-minute preparation on the water. What time did you guys wake up this morning?
4 a.m. 4 a.m. But it's a good thing we live close by. It's only 5 minutes to get to the marina. You guys have a good day.
You too, brother. You too.
Blue Bayou ready to rock and roll with twin 250s. It can get where it wants to go pretty fast. Rick Bauer grew up hunting and fishing outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Rick spent last night repairing the skirt on this marlin lure.
This thing was all torn apart from a marlin smacking it, and re-skirted it.
Nice.
It says bite me.
Bubba's our captain. Boat's named Talladega, and the soundtrack all queued up for a good day of fishing.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
We head south. Now fishermen have their lucky charms, and as we head towards the Tinian Channel, a full rainbow spreads out across the water. Looks like it's going to be a good day. We speed across the channel as Rick prepares the lines and the lures. Pretty soon we're at Esmeralda Reef. Goat Island is in sight, as is Tinian. Lines are in the water. We're trolling about 9 knots. Sea conditions are favorable, slight wind, and that's when a fish decides to say good morning, and the team springs into action.
Might be okay. I'll get this one up. Oh yeah, look at that. On the surface, look at that, boys.
Bubba fights the fish. This guy's putting up a good fight. As the fish gets closer to the boat, Glenn Smith, the Canadian, puts the gloves on. Now, Glenn's a hockey player by trade. They usually take the gloves off for a fight, so this is admittedly a bit weird for him, but Glenn's going to head to the front of the boat and help hand line it in so that Rick can get there close enough to the fish to use the gaff. And pretty soon there's a beautiful mahi-mahi out of the ocean and into the boat.
Way to go, Bubba! Yeah, all right.
Hey, this fishing stuff is pretty fun. Not long after, there's another tug at the line, and it appears we have another fish on. Glenn starts to reel him in before tapping out.
I'll get it from an arm and just whaling.
Rick jumps in as the pinch hitter.
Rick, hold it. Rick, hold it. Hold it. Barracuda. Oh, barracuda?
Ooh, barracuda. But barracuda's not what we're looking for, and this guy's going to get a return flight back into the Big Blue. We fish alongside the west coast of Tinian in the afternoon, but the fish aren't biting much today, at least in our area. We head across the channel, and soon we're back in the friendly confines of Smiling Cove Marina. Friendly folks waving and saying hello, children playing. These fishing tournaments are one of the most awesome local events on Saipan. Eric and Yogi were on the Talladega on Saturday, and they helped catch a nice wahoo. Where did you guys catch that fish yesterday?
Just outside, like probably around the wharf area, outside the reef. It was actually in like 1,000 feet deep water, which is kind of unusual for wahoo. But yeah, it was in deep waters.
What did you say when you catch it?
Wahoo.
The real action at this time of night is over at the weigh station, and just before the tournament deadline, a marlin goes up on the scale, and that's going to be a first place fish at 5:27 p.m. with not much time left on the tournament clock. But you know it, folks, there is still time, and at 5:40 p.m. another contender is pushed through the parking lot. Curtis Danko on the mic with the call.
Team Bolton Saba with the Blue Marlin. We're trying to best 130.2.
Boom. That is going to be a winning fish.
Started off slow today.
What was your fishing route today? Where did you guys start and finish?
We started off at north, ended up no bites whole morning till we came down. Ended up changing our route, head down south. Got lucky.
How you feeling?
Good. Hopefully it holds. Still got some more time, so hopefully.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Saipan Fishing Derby banquet scheduled for tonight at the Kensington Resort. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News. Governor Palacios says the government's still waiting for the results from an audit on ARPA funds and ARPA spending.
What we did with it, how we did it, who did it.
Governor says that after 6 months, they are still trying to get a handle on it.
The ARPA fund is such a moving target. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes I said this is more of a nightmare, at least as far as I'm concerned, because now I have to figure it out, right? And a lot of it is buried into munis, and like I said, we were also having that problem, and so the audit would come out. That money was made available in 2022. So one, we're not, and we would have a targeted. We've requested for a targeted audit of the ARPA funds. If necessary, if there are situations where individuals either were paid illegally or unlawfully, or somebody did something, then that's going to have to be identified in the audit, and that findings would then have to either be prosecuted or whatever the legals decide to do with it. But yeah, and it's a longer process than 6 months. I mean, this is a 6 months nightmare that we've been facing.
Airport rescue and firefighting personnel from all over Micronesia have completed a multi-month training course. Firefighter Ed Delacruz is one of the academy instructors for airport rescue and firefighting.
We had a 4.5 month long academy program. The beautiful thing about this program was it wasn't just Saipan cadets. Unlike other academies, our academy is the only academy that encompasses not only Saipan, but we had cadets from aircraft rescue from Tinian and Rhoda. And not only that, our academy also encompasses for the Federated States of Micronesia, the island of Yap, and the Republic of Marshall Islands, the island of Madro. So in overall, we had 18 cadets that graduated from all these islands, and it was a beautiful graduation.
The training included Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2 training, as well as hazmat awareness and airport firefighting.
All these guys came in as civilians, and they learned the hard way from training to be trained into firefighters. And now, on behalf of my chiefs and our instructors, we are satisfied and happy to announce that these guys are equipped and certified to go back to their islands and provide aircraft rescue and emergency medical services to their islands.
Marshall Islands participated in this round of training.
Well, right now we're still developing ourselves. Now we're a group of 6 at the airport there, including me. We're 7. Now we're going to expand a little bit more, and we're still working on our capability to successfully operate any aircraft that are coming in there.
I guess I'm the happiest sport manager right now because none of my cadets dropped out. I sent 5 cadets from Rhoda, and they hung in to the very last day, which is today, and they all made it out. So I'm very proud that all of my cadets endured through the hard training, the hard academics that they had to learn, and this is the result.
Next training for the Rhoda personnel is a ports police module.
Currently we have 6. We are at a very, very minimum, and that's why we wanted these cadets to make sure that we give them the proper support to pass their academy so that they will be successful and come back to serve our airport and seaport.
Tinian currently has 7 ARF personnel, and they will soon have 2 more.
Right now, they're still going to just transition to the port police side, and that's another 4 to 8 weeks. So they're still going to continue their training. So they're not done yet.
Rhoda and Tinian ARF personnel are also dual trained for ports police. That training begins today. ARF personnel will be back for continuing education next year.
But the one thing not a lot of people know is we have this fire pit near Obzan. All aircraft rescue firefighting in the Western Region Pacific is required to do a live fire recertification once per year. They have to fight Jet A1 fuel once per year, and the only place they can get their live fire recert, like a driver's license, is here in Saipan. We are the international schoolhouse for that. So we will see them again. Every single year they're going to have to come here once a year to recertify for live fire certification under FAA guidelines.
On behalf of the delegation, we want to congratulate the now firefighters of Rhoda, as well as the entire Sinamai and Micronesia, for going through this extensive training, and we wish them the best as they continue on to get the next level of their certification.
One of the best addresses in Saipan has office space available now, right in the heart of things. The Marianas Business Plaza offers reasonable rates and can help build to suit your needs. You'll love the central location, just 15 minutes from the airport and 10 minutes from Garapan. Ample and covered parking keeps your vehicle close and protected. 2 restaurants for easy access, lunch, dinner and business meetings. Building security and 24-hour access to your office. Backup generators, so you can run your business in all weather. And 3 elevators mean easy and convenient access. It's the address in Saipan, the Marianas Business Plaza.
Get your goods here with care and attention with Micronesia Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, and bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals, operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it.
It's okay to take a friend or parent's medication. It came from a doctor, right?
Using someone's prescription is really risky. Taking any drugs for which you have not been medically screened is not only dangerous, but taking an opioid that was not prescribed for you is also illegal. Never borrow and never share prescribed medication. Your life and your loved one's life could depend on it. Talk to your doctor about prescribed opioids. Never mix with alcohol, and remember, never borrow, never share. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Breaking news out of Hawaii. 2 freedivers from Saipan are dead in what appears to be a diving accident that occurred on the north shore of Oahu near Sunset Beach. Authorities say it's 32-year-old Raymond Tadella and 28-year-old Rupert Babauta that they were recovered after Honolulu Fire Department responded to a 911 call early in the morning. Firefighters say they saw a submerged light about 150 feet offshore and noticed it wasn't moving. They retrieved one of the men, and he was unresponsive, and then recovered the second man a couple of hours later. Raymond's wife, Mercelin, told KITV that her husband was a gentle soul who loved goofing around, fishing, and making GoPro videos. Rupert Babauta wanted to be a police officer. She said this was the first time for the pair to dive at that spot. Our thoughts and prayers go to the families. More tonight on innovative readiness training. Currently, a road project is ongoing in the Marpo Heights area on Tinian.
Actually, very little military use. It's all for civilians that live in that particular area. It was all dirt roads previous, so we're replacing all the roads with standard macadam and cement curbs. The colonel and I and the major have been in the area for quite a few days now. We've been talking to various commands about what other types of projects that we can begin to look at. One specifically is potentially a port repair project up in Tinian, so we're looking at that as well. So it's really up to the community to let us know what projects they're looking for, and then we work with them and help them create those applications that will ultimately lead to projects.
Projects that are ultimately greenlit need to have some military application to them.
All of this would be done first and foremost by the community showing an ask. And once they put in an application with our portal at IRT, then we look at it to make sure that it has military value, because we have to ensure our program by law has to provide military training first and foremost. So if we deem that the project is worthy of military training, then what we do at IRT, another colonel and myself will basically farm all of the applications that show great promise and are compelling out to our program managers. Lieutenant Commander Shillity is our program manager.
Commonwealth Ports Authority says they recently engaged in productive discussions with key officials from the U.S. Department of Defense to advocate for the economic growth and development of the ports on Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. CPA says the officials are exploring avenues to mitigate future airline rate increases, provide tuition assistance reimbursements for firemen receiving training from the Pacific Region Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting Training Center, and to include the CNMI in the United States Essential Air Service Program. This year, airfares to Guam have doubled in price from Saipan. Airfare between Guam and Saipan is now $587 for a refundable ticket for a flight that is less than 30 minutes. It's cheaper to fly to Korea from the CNMI on most days than it is to fly to Guam. And to compare inter-island travel, in Hawaii, a 44-minute jet flight from Honolulu to Maui is priced at $97 round trip. CPA says they discussed the link between island prosperity, airline rates, and the CNMI's tourism industry. And CPA also says they have continued their advocacy for the inclusion of CNMI into the Essential Air Services program, emphasizing that both the CNMI and Guam should be granted exceptions from certain EAS eligibility requirements. CPA noted that these exceptions have been provided to other non-contiguous areas of the United States, such as Hawaii and Alaska.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Buenas sports fans.
It's been too long since kids were fielding and hitting and running the bases, but this past weekend we saw some swings by under 12-year-olds, and organizers are hoping it leads to a Little League season. Juan Tenorio explains.
I think it's really important. It's kind of like grassroots, starting young. And it's been a while. Saipan is actually a baseball island, and it's been a while, so we just hope to get it kick-started again.
Baseball made a comeback of sorts last summer as the NMI team won the gold medal in the mini games, but baseball for the kids is just starting now, and it's been a long time coming.
We wanted to get the youth back into playing baseball, so it took some time to get it rolling, but we finally were able to go ahead and proceed. Even though we had the major league season going, we got 6 teams for this tournament. And this is just the first weekend, so we got a couple of more weeks to go. We're going to play a round robin, two-game round robin, then we're going to move into a tournament.
Tenorio says everyone will make the playoffs.
I'm thinking the last Little League season that they had was probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. Yeah. So this was a good way to get it kick-started. A lot of these kids haven't played organized baseball, or maybe haven't even played because this age group was part of they were probably 9, 10, 11 during the pandemic. So this is probably their first season that they were able to play at least an organized game.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com. Today in the Marianas, we had a high of 88 degrees. Tomorrow, more of the same. It'll be 89 with a low of 79. East winds, 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, and east swell of 3 feet. There are some isolated thunderstorms. Tomorrow, more of the same. East winds, 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 2 to 3 feet. Mixed swell, southeast 3 feet, and west 3 feet. Scattered showers and scattered thunderstorms. Sunset tonight is at 6:50 p.m.